is going to be a bit poppy just because of the fact that I'm using the mic, the camera mic. Okay, decent cloud base at the moment. Morning, folks. How are we all doing? Welcome everybody to the Runway Visitors Park here at Manchester International Airport. I'm not going on a hike. I'm literally on my way over to meet up with the chaps here, namely Rob and a couple of the other team here at the Aviation Park, which is basically a fantastic place to visit, ladies and gentlemen. The microphone that I normally use is going to be going on a little bit later. We are, of course, here to see the flight out from Manchester of Barbarella 747. Over there that you've just seen are Forever Young, and it's Ruby Tuesday, the one that's head on to us. Let's just get this KLM 737, because any opportunity to shoot aviation on this channel, as you know, we don't take any gaps. Basically, we will always shoot what we can. So KLM 737. Shame to see old Wendy van der Weg no longer with us, because she would have enjoyed this, but there you go, it is what it is. Easy, son. Lots of moisture on the runway, so we should get a little bit of nothing like the Ryanair 737 that we had just coming in. Very minimal amount of reverser thrust. Okay, so I think what I might do, GP, so what we're going to do is we're going to basically take a walk around. Let's see if we can get a wave out of these fellas, or young lady, and fortunate and honoured to be here, folks, right in the heart of the Runway Visitors Park. As you can see, fantastic location if you're a plane spotter. Lots and lots of things to do. Just off there in the distance you can see a Nimrod, and just to the left of it you'll see the back end of the Trident. Now round the corner from there is the front end of a ex-Monarch DC-10. If you're watching, Rob, be patient, I'll be with you in 2 minutes. My apologies, but good thing is that we've got some constant activity here. SAS. She'll go up early, she's a Neo. So the cloud base kind of changing by the minute, literally. I think we've got a little bit of a gap. So what we're going to do is we're going to unhook everything here and get ourselves over to, let me just check. Okay, I just got a message from Stu. That is the pilot of the 747 messaging me. Morning, Stu, and morning, Carl, as well. Carl Wart, Stu Rawlinson, Stuart at the controls this morning with Barbarella. Should be a very short flight, very light flight, literally no fuel, running on fumes down to London Heathrow. We'll talk about the aircraft and its history and other stuff a little bit later on, but for now let me just quickly message Rob. Okay, let's just check here. A sad sight indeed, but the good thing is that Virgin at least have wheeled these 747s out here to give everybody a good look at them. Okay, right, okay folks, so here we go. We're going to meet Rob at the DC-10. It's the front end of ex-Monarch DC-10, and pre-COVID they were sort of like bringing in 2 parties of school kids a day, around about 60 kids in each party, as more a learning opportunity for these kids to learn about aviation. The cockpit is something to see. If you're new to aviation and all you've seen so far is glass cockpits, you will be quite amazed when you see this all analog cockpit, complete with flight engineers station inside this DC-1030, I think she was. Flew out of Manchester regularly as well. So a real classic jet, one of the big tri-jets, 1 engine on each wing and an engine mounted on the tail. So that's something we'll see. Of course, don't forget they do still have the KC-10 tanker, as well as the uprated version of the DC-10, the MD-11, which is obviously extended, winglets, revised engines, I think, uprated engines at least. But anyway, let's just get this arrival. What's this GP? Is this Ryanair by any chance? No, is it Lufty, is it? Okay. Okay, so he's not going to make much of a mess of the runway, but we'll get it anyway. Get him taxiing out, and then I'm going to go and meet Rob at the Monarch DC-10. Oh yes, local boy Ender Burke. It's Ender's birthday today. I hope you're well, Ender. Enjoy your birthday today. Ender, a fantastic photographer from Manchester. So you see this, it'll actually land what appears to be down in a dip, because it actually is on an upslope that they land on. And then they'll run up to the crest of the runway, then it'll start to run away from them. So pilots generally try to lift off at that crest point just because it's, I guess, a bit like a aircraft carrier ramp, or just at least a good ramp. Love these engines with their grey primer colour. I think it's great that they've left them like that, or just not left them like that, but just painted them like that. And I do like the old livery, folks. It's got to be said. I think we're all big fans of the old Lufthansa livery. Still like the new one, don't get me wrong, but Pratt & Whitney engines, which is why you're hearing that howl. Not the LEAP engines, as the other engine option with the Neos. Okay, so let that one run off, and we will now. Let's go for a walk. Who fancies going for a walk? Here we go then, folks. Here we go. Ready, GP? Are you ready? Okay, unhooking. Which channel? Okay, just check my zoom. Just have a little bit of flexibility there because I'm running the raincoat. Okay, here we go. What's that? Oh, okay, well, I'm live. Someone wants stickers. I'll have to take a handful, won't I? Okay, so I need to wear my mask just to start with, just to get going. I don't really need my phone. Let's grab a mask. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll wear my, might as well wear my standby. Okay, here we go. Bit Heath Robinson, but there you go. We locked that. Okay, folks. Hey up. How's it going?
There we go.
Oh,
there's a few.
yeah, little sausage.
All right then. See you in a bit. Okay, folks. So here we are. Great. One of the first exhibits that we see here. My voice has probably gone a little bit muffled just because I'm actually behind a mask. Behind the mask. The Avro RJX. A lot of people would think mistake that for BAE 146. A BA 146. But the RJ, if you remember, we were discussing that. Actually, we didn't discuss it up at Presswick with David Artingstall. Just the there's one of those. It's just the fuselage section that was broken up and used for parts. Just go and have a quick look on board. Let's try not to hold Rob up and the boys. We still good? Everything okay, GP? So, it's a development aircraft, folks. This is a development aircraft, so it never actually went into production, which is crazy. Look at this. proper. So anybody can come on board this aircraft. Obviously, with the restrictions on social distancing and so on and so forth. Hey, I wonder if we can see the. No, we can't. Anyway, nice little cockpit. Glass. I don't know if that's mock-up or if it's actually. Oh, is that one going out? Here we go. So, Runway Visitors Park, folks. Check them out online. These guys who basically brought this aircraft here, did all this work, put these runway lights in, and made a nice little display out of it. So they deserve a lot of credit for having preserved her and kept her the way she is. So, great place for the kids to hang out and play. People as well.
Hi.
Hey up, how's it going? So, of course, these guys have done what they can in terms of social distancing, and will, you know, and will continue to do so until things change accordingly. He's probably hardened plane spotters. Tell you what they do here, folks. They do have a great offer for the hardened plane spotter. What's the audio like, GP? Yeah, you're all good? Okay. So where we're going now, folks, is just over to one of the static displays that we discussed. Cool. Little ninja in the making. So I've got all the facilities you need here. Toilets, cafe, a great menu as well, has to be said. A brilliant menu available in the cafe, in the restaurant. Yeah, so right. Here's my man here. God, I tell you what. Here we go. So this must be the last livery that Monarch did, I guess, because they were, wasn't it, black and. Hey up! Sorry? Hey, Captain's here, look, hey! Give us a wave, son. Brilliant. Okay. So this Monarch DC-10, where it was dismantled, I'm not sure, maybe Rob will be able to tell us, but it may well have been dismantled here, because a lot of the stuff that is on display here was flown in here and never flew another inch, literally. Let me just yeah, it was so she did actually fly for, is it Zambia? But look at this, ladies and gents. I mean, you know, obviously, look at that front end. And we're going to go on board that flight deck right now. Interesting to see the pitot heads right there, which is kind of like makes you wonder whether it's whether the angle is right or wrong. It's up-pitched pitot heads. Does that give you a morning, Rob? Sorry, mate. Okay, we're up to see Rob now, and Rob is the new general manager here at Runway Visitors Park, and he's done a fantastic job. Welcome on board. Left it authentic exactly as it was. There's the galley, ladies and gents. Anybody fancy? All right, mate. How's it doing? Anybody fancy a cup of coffee? No? Okay, fair enough. Hey, hey!
Hi, Jerry. Nice.
Here he is. Look. Good to see you, mate. Oh, yeah, I've got to do that, haven't I? Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Jerry. Good to see
How are
you.
you, sir?
I'm not bad.
Tell us who you are and what you do here.
Right, so my name is Peter Hampson. I'm chairman of the Aviation Society. I used to be general manager of Manchester Airport and was responsible for bringing this here.
Wow. Okay, so you can then answer how she got here in terms of being broken up and.
Yeah.
So tell us the story of this.
So we got a phone call one day from the leasing company, who it was leased, of course, to Monarch, and we're going to withdraw it from service. How would it be if we asked you if we could break it up on the ramp at Manchester? So it was on a remote stand at the time, and we said yes, okay, but can we ask you a favour? Can we have the front end of the aeroplane to turn into a classroom and use it at the Runway Visitor Park, and also the tail? Now you've probably already noticed there's something missing. The tail didn't actually make it. Unfortunately, when it was being dismantled, it fell down and came apart on the ramp.
Wow.
However, this has been great. It arrived here. It was brought over by, in fact, we did a deal with the aircraft recovery people that we have on contract at Manchester Airport at the time. It came over here and has been used ever since, mainly for school parties that visit the viewing park here, the Runway Visitor Park, but also, in fact, for filming. There's been several films made here, and even being in northwest England, Coronation Street.
No way.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah. What was the scene on that then? What,
yeah, it was just one of the regular. In fact, they were going on holiday. I think it was a
Oh, really?
trip abroad.
Oh,
So it
wasn't Jack Rivera, was it? That would be fantastic. Wasn't it? Go on, ladies and family. Well, that's fantastic. Great
And it
story.
was, absolutely. And there's many of them actually. Do you want to look in the flight?
And of course, for the older generation, even myself, seeing the flight deck, because it's all analog. It just brings back a lot of memories, because my dad flew DC-8s.
Oh, really?
So
fantastic.
yeah, so flight engineer's position. You know, the third seat is where I used to sit when I used to fly with him. So So let's
almost all there. There's just one or two small instruments missing, but everything else is intact. Including the flight engineer's panel.
No, it's a great job. It's a great job.
It's probably worth mentioning as well that it got transferred to the Runway Visitor Park in the old Three Stripes Monarch livery. Yeah. And because of the goodwill that we had with Monarch Airlines in regards to the aircraft being on display here, Monarch actually came back and repainted it into the newer livery that you see on it today.
Yeah, that's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it is kind of ironic that people would notice it more if it was in the old yellow and black livery, you know? Yeah. Because it was. I don't think they were they were active for that long with the new livery, was it?
Actually, it never flew in the livery that it's in now. But Monarch were very keen actually to paint the aircraft.
Yeah.
To put it in the new livery as part of the airline at the time.
Yes.
And so we let them do it.
Yeah. No, it's great and nicely preserved. And of course, you get. Have you got volunteers who clean her, or?
We have indeed. There's a volunteer engineering team that come through the Aviation Society and work here most weekends on all the aircraft, actually maintaining them.
Yeah. So you tore out all the guts of her, took the undercarriage off, just in terms of weight to make it easier to transport.
Everything went from the aeroplane to make it lighter to bring it over. Yeah. It had its final trip across the apron, in actual fact, coming through and into here, which was great.
So the guys obviously didn't sort of like take that much care when they were chopping her up, and the back end just sort of just fell off, did it?
To say I was angry.
I bet. You didn't see it happen, did you? Or you got the call?
No, I got the call.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah, but Sullivan, you know, what we're going to do actually is the tail part of the aircraft was going to be made into the entrance to the park, so those arriving on foot would actually walk through.
Right, wow, yeah.
So it was all there in the head, is what we were doing, had plans made and everything.
Yes, that would have been fantastic, wouldn't it?
Listen, it's a bit
it is what it is.
Yeah. But this is great.
It is.
It's now open to the public as well. We're opening it up at weekends. It has previously just really been used for school parties to come on board, and when the kids go back to school it will be again. but for the summer season it's open for anybody to visit.
Yeah.
And we have movies going on board about the DC-10, about this aircraft, and a movie of how it actually came here.
Yes.
So basically what I've been saying, and then the history of the DC-10s at Manchester, and that's all shown on the screens.
Is that available on YouTube, that video, or?
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's you have to pay the grand sum of £3.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, that's great.
It's
That's
actually
great.
affordable.
Yes,
and that's
of course.
the thing we want
Yes.
it to be. We want people to see it.
That is the aircraft,
That
isn't
is
it?
it,
Yeah.
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 There was only one Monarch DC-10.
Oh right.
So
Okay.
If ever you see the picture, you know it's her.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that. Right. Okay. Back in the old days of the TriStar look. Wow. Fantastic. Okay. So look at this, guys and girls. Here we go. So look. First of all, it's just look at all this analog instruments. So a lot of people reminiscing right now. So the only in the modern flight deck, the only instrument that remains analog is the artificial horizon, which is this one here. They've usually got one either side for captain and first officer so that they can cross-reference. But other than that, I think the only modern piece of equipment was possibly the tiller. I imagine that is a TV screen which basically is attached to some kind of camera down on the front undercarriage, which indicates direction, but that's your tiller, folks. Old sticks. Crazy. And here, to my right, flight engineer's position. Look at that. Discussing with Rob yesterday about... oh, it was actually Paul, I think I was discussing it with, about how one of the old flight engineers paid a visit here, and he still knew exactly every single switch and dial and represented what. I mean, really, in the old days, even though this is, this basically gives you an overview of the aircraft and its performance during flight. The main thing that the flight engineer had to do was keep an eye on balance, weight and balancing the aircraft with fuel, isn't it? Just making sure that the thing remains. And that's interesting to see the. So there we go, folks. A lovely old DC-10, which I'm guessing quite a few of you, I think that's the fire shut-off levers there. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of you are reminiscing, either remembering the DC-10, but also remembering flying on her, and even on the Monarch DC-10. So there we go, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Where are we going next, Rob?
We'll head over to the Concorde hangar now.
Perfect.
And we'll have a look again on the flight deck. We should, fingers crossed, be able to show the viewers the nose of the aircraft being dropped down. Fingers crossed.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Take care. All the very best.
Yeah.
Look after yourself.
I think I may
Wonderful
well be coming
exhibit.
over there actually as well.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah, come with us to the hangar anyway.
Yeah, I wonder.
Hey up.
How you doing?
How you doing, Paul?
Yeah, good.
Thank you, sir. Okay. So how long you been here then, Rob? It wasn't long before COVID that you came along, was it?
No, so started in the role at the start of February, and we unfortunately had to close the park stores at the end of March, so about a month and a half into the role, and we were closing down the Runway Visitor Park. We've been open again since the start of June. Quiet month in June, movements were fairly slow, but the park's really picking up now. Virgin 747 days have proved really popular, as I'm sure you'll see today. But there's a lot of love for the aircraft. And we've noticed that there's been a lot of Virgin crew who've come down to wave them off as well.
Yes.
We've got over here, we've got the Trident on the left-hand side. We've got the Nimrod on the right-hand side. Nimrod joined us, I believe, in 2011. What we've been trying to do with the Trident is, at the moment, the entrance door isn't fully functioning. We are trying to get that back up and running so that we can have it as a walk-on exhibit again, similar to the RGX, which I know that you were on before this morning.
Yes.
Bit trickier with the Nimrod, just due to the fact that the doors are so low, and when you walk inside as well, especially someone my height, it's quite tricky to walk around it because the ceiling's quite low as well.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. It was never meant to be open plan, was it?
No.
Inside those things?
No.
Just full of equipment and avionics and crazy stuff like that.
So we've tried to look at plans on how we can make that a walkthrough exhibit as well, but that might be something that's not possible, unfortunately.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Notice that you've put these shelters up here. How long have they been up?
Probably for a couple of years now, so they predated me.
Oh, okay.
Like we discussed yesterday, though, I guess the Mancunian weather doesn't lend itself favourably at sometimes, so it gives people the option to stay dry whilst they're looking at the aircraft. We've got a fantastic view. We're on runway 1 operations at the moment, so we have a fantastic view from the aircraft taking off and landing. Especially we're on westerlies at the moment. So
and a lot of open space here as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for people to relax on a sunny day, of course.
Yes.
Even on a day like this, to be honest, it's still good, isn't it?
So we've got about 9,000 square metres of viewing space at the park. So we've got a lot of capacity, a lot of outdoor capacity as well. You'll see that the picnic benches are all spaced. We've got a lot of space for people to come down and enjoy themselves.
And what have you done in terms of? I noticed you've put markings on the tarmac here in terms of social distancing. You're doing everything you can, I guess.
Yeah, so the venue has a set capacity. Like I mentioned before, we are quite a large venue, so that certainly helps, being a large outdoor venue. One-way walking systems all around the park. You'll notice as you go into the toilets as well, it's a one-way system throughout there as well. We had to put in a lot of COVID secure measures when we reopened, and we've been accredited with Visit England's We're Good to Go certification as well. So we had to put a lot of measures in place when we reopened.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's go.
Head through to the Concorde hangar now.
Yes. Okay. Good. So this is the route that people will generally take, I take it?
Yeah, so if you're booked on a tour of Concorde, you'll head to the reception desk to pick up your boarding pass, and then you'll follow me this way. The first thing you'll see in the cabinet there, that there's a lot of artefacts from Concorde, including one of the original tray sets and some of the menus there at the back.
Very nice. Very posh.
Yes.
Very posh indeed.
Very much so.
Yeah. Not a piece of plastic in sight, really, is it? I bet that's bone china as well, isn't it?
I would put money on it, yeah. We got the artwork from some of the destinations that Concorde will have flown to in the time.
Yeah. Now, of course, this is a very special aircraft, isn't it, in terms of its, BOAC being the registration.
Yeah.
And I believe that she was also used by the Queen whenever she flew on Concorde.
Yeah, very much so. So once we get on board, my colleague Becky will be able to talk us through who used to sit in which seats, but like you rightly say, it was the flagship of the British Airways Concorde fleet.
Wow, fantastic. Okay. Here we go, folks. Everything all right, GP? So they have a tour at midday, I believe. So I'd say in terms of preservation and how good a condition she's in, it's probably one of the best preserved Concordes.
Yes.
Of all the Concordes that have been preserved.
Yes.
Because she came straight from outdoors to indoors, didn't she? Almost.
Not quite. There was just a few months on the apron, and before we constructed the hangar here, which was the first one to be delivered.
Yes.
And literally it was sort of retired one day and flown to Manchester the next.
Wow.
31st of October, Halloween.
Was this one of the ones that did the flyby at over Wales and?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was obviously the flagship of the whole Concorde fleet.
Yes.
G-VROM. And I remember the day very well. When I was sat in my office, the phone rang, British Airways on the telephone saying, "If I were to offer you a Concorde, Peter, which one would you like?"
Wow, what a
Words
question.
I will never ever forget.
Wow.
And, of course, I chose Alpha Charlie, and they said, "Do you realise that's the flagship?" I said, "Of course."
You asked.
Yeah.
So here she is.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Right, should we head on it?
Yes, yes. So you've got a little educational piece going on down there, or?
Absolutely. So this is one of our flight academy tours. It's two different age groups. So the tour that you're seeing at the moment is the 4 to 7 year olds, and they find out about different jobs at the airport. So firefighting, working on check-in, being a pilot, that sort of things.
Cool.
We have all the uniforms from the different roles as well.
That's great.
So the guys get to experience airport life, and
Yes.
then, at the end of the tour, they get to go on board the Concorde as well. So it's a really good tour.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And you can book online with that, or?
Yeah. Like any tour of the aircraft that we have here, it's just on the Runway Visitor Park website.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's go on board then,
Well,
shall
after
we?
you.
Thank you, sir. So no test equipment on this one, just all pure as it would be a passenger jet.
Absolutely.
Okay, so first look left down at that flight deck, folks. We've seen the one down at Brooklands, but this one.
Joe, if you want to step back for a sec, I'll remove that pane.
Okay, thank you, sir. Very tight fit in here, folks. Look at these. I'm guessing all the computers would have been.
You want to go through these and
Right. You think that other flight engine is, but there's no, I don't think there's any panel here that hasn't got any dials or switches or fuse boxes or.
Yeah. Totally complete.
Completely authentic, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that little knob is the
Got it for the
positioning for the nose. And there were a number of positions, weren't there?
There is indeed, absolutely.
Taxiing and.
Yeah. Take off.
Ah, just incredible. Just incredible. How's that, folks?
And it's in full working order
Yeah.
in terms of lowering the nose, and we show that on certain tours.
Yes. Wow. That's just.
That wow factor is there, isn't it?
It is. It really is. It really is. I mean, you know, regardless of what your rank was or whatever, you know, even a flight engineer would have been. It must have been just such a buzz flying on this jet.
Yeah, literally.
'Cause it is a
don't
jet,
make them
isn't
like
it?
this anymore.
No, they don't make them like this anymore. Incredible. Thank you, sir. Okay, so the cabin itself is again authentic, and I believe that this is as they were the cabin fit out was done. Yes.
Yeah, so Peter could confirm the year, but the cabin fit out was done relatively recently, wasn't
Absolutely,
it?
just
Yeah.
prior to retirement. So not too long. In fact, the seat I'm sitting in now is officially the Queen's seat,
Is it?
and Alpha Charlie was used on a lot of royal tours, and many famous celebrities have travelled on this particular one.
Wow. So this would have also had the rubber lining in the wings.
Everything was refitted.
Spent a lot of money on it and never made a
Huge
penny out of her, really, did they?
Yeah.
Insane.
So if you look at the screens here, so the volunteer engineering team have been able to recreate the in-flight displays that will show you the speed of the aircraft, the altitude, the outside temperature, and on the right-hand side there, the speed in miles per hour.
So impressive.
Yeah.
So the ping there, just reaching 50,000 feet at this moment in time, and we'll very shortly be going at twice the speed of sound.
It's incredible
There
that
we
the outside temperature is minus 57,
Yeah.
and yet the aircraft's skin is probably
Hotter.
a lot hotter. So Mach 2.1. Wow, look at that. 50,000, 51,000 feet. That's just incredible.
Yeah. What was it?
And that's curvature of the Earth almost, isn't
Absolutely, yeah. Did you ever get to fly on it?
it? I didn't. No,
Wonderful
no.
machine.
Really, you flew on her, did
Oh,
you?
yes, yeah.
Oh, you lucky man. Wow.
Yeah. You'll see on the screen there on the right hand side DTG, so that's distance to go. So our tour guides will always tell you there was no in-flight entertainment on Concorde, just the screens here.
Yes.
And the unbelievable food and drink that was served on board.
Yes. Yes.
No in-flight entertainment, as Rob says, simply because the journeys were so short, and that time on board was taken in serving the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess an in-flight entertainment system weighs quite a lot as well, doesn't
For
it?
sure,
You know, and
for sure.
electronics.
Absolutely.
You know, lots more things to go wrong. You know, but yeah, incredible,
And of course,
absolutely incredible.
We forget, in fact, since the DC-10 first flew 50 years ago, the Concorde, in fact, first flew now over 50 years ago, and you tend to forget that. And of course,
Yes.
so far, never been replaced either. Which
Yes.
is quite incredible.
Yeah, and really, to be honest, I know people are talking about the boom aircraft, but that's more a sort of like hyped up private jet, isn't
An
it?
executive
It's only
jet.
going to be 50 people on board.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
not going to be sort of like pitched at the same sort of market that Concorde
No.
was. I think those days are long gone. You know,
More
in terms
than
of
like, absolutely.
well, just because of fuel burn and these
Yeah.
big twin jets now. You know,
Yeah.
the cost of flying really.
That is for sure. I'm saying that Concorde only carried 100 passengers. Again, it's a totally different era
Yes.
to what we have now,
Yes. Yeah.
but still beautiful.
Oh, indeed, indeed, and you're a very lucky man to have flown on it. Apparently, I hear that when she broke through the barrier, there was no there was no sort of like boom or anything like that. You didn't feel anything. You just that's all you saw.
That's all you saw.
Yeah,
That's the only
yeah.
thing we knew.
And I think that's when they crack the champagne when that happened.
That often happened, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And sometimes was a round of applause.
Yes, fantastic.
Things that, 'cause
Wow.
No matter who you were, even the most frequent flyer always got a thrill, a buzz. About
Yes, of
travelling
course.
on Concorde.
And New York was what, 3 hours and
3 hours, yeah.
it was 3 hours. So
Yeah.
really, in terms of jet lag, it really didn't.
Wasn't there?
It wasn't there, was it?
No.
It's like flying down to North Africa, isn't it,
Yeah,
or something like that?
Yeah. It was,
Yeah.
yeah, fantastic.
Wonderful. So thank you so much once again
Pleasure. Good to see you.
for these wonderful tours and giving us a great look around. Really appreciate it. Right. Okay. How far back do we go?
So go back to halfway down the cabin.
Okay. Oh wow, it goes all the way back then.
Yeah, so I believe it's 40 seats in the front and 60 seats in the rear.
Right.
We actually use the rear part of the cabin. So the front half is used for tours,
Yes.
and the rear half we've held wedding ceremonies.
Oh
And,
wow,
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Wow,
It's quite a
fantastic.
unique wedding venue.
I bet it is. I bet it is. The actual ceremony itself.
Yeah, the
Wow.
ceremony itself, and then the reception can take place underneath the aircraft.
I'll tell you what, you know, they say about the tight confines. There's a lot of legroom.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I mean, that's probably what the reason why they only put 100 seats in her, just because, you know, to maximise the comfort as much as they possibly could.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and the seats look fantastically comfortable as well. You know, all leather, I guess, and
Yes, yeah.
very smart indeed. Very smart indeed. Yeah. No USB attachment or anything like that. So before that even happened, wasn't it? Yeah, there wasn't anything like that, was there? Really? But yeah, incredible. Wonderful. Are these footrests actually, they're part of the structure, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's quite nice just having something like that, isn't it? Just to sort of like take the weight off your feet, so to speak, yeah. Wonderful.
And I believe it's the same leather that's used in Range Rovers as well.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So the seats were all done 2001, 2002, I believe, and they were pretty much brand new when the aircraft was taken out of service in 2003.
What about the engines?
They're still
They're
here.
still in there. I did notice yesterday that I saw the fan blades, so
everything's here.
it's a very hard thing to sort of like
One or two little things taken out, that was all.
Right. So no issues with oil leaks or anything like that. It's incredible, isn't it? Good old good old engines. Wow. Once again, many thanks.
No problems at all.
Take care.
Okay.
Must be very proud.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's just have a little look at those engines, as you can see here, folks. Yeah, a little bit difficult to see in there, which is a bit of a shame. But she's beautifully preserved, isn't she? Absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful. Okay. Thanks. So we can go through the shop, can't we?
So normally, yes,
Yeah.
due to social distancing guidelines in the shop.
We're going to go round the other way, are we? Okay, yeah, no worries. Nice little security door there. That's quite cool. Authentic as much as you can possibly be, I guess.
So I can show you one last thing as well.
Yes.
Just over here.
Oh, okay.
So it's just
Oh,
a
look
small
at this.
display,
Yes, wonderful.
park.
Yeah.
So you'll notice on the in the first cabinet, it's the original visitor books. First of all, from Barton Airport, which is the main airport for Manchester before Runway, and then on the right-hand side, it's the original visitor book from Manchester Airport.
Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? Visitor book as in passengers? Or...
Yeah, so notable passengers. Yeah.
Wow. I bet there's some interesting names in there.
Yeah, so if you go to the next cabinet along, so these are visitor books from slightly later on. So you'll see Diana's signature there on the left-hand side.
Oh, yes, of course. Wow.
And then you'll see the Queen Mother
Yes.
in the book on the right.
Look at that.
And then 3 drops there from the original chandeliers that were in Terminal 1.
Wow. That's a shame. That's all that's left of it.
Well, yeah,
And that's it
yeah,
there, is
so
it?
that's them there. So you notice these are timelines of the airport.
Yes. Wow. So that's the date in '89 that Diana visited here, is it?
Yes, yeah. So it was opening up the new domestic terminal, which is now part of Terminal 3.
And over here, the modern era, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So there's just a bit of marketing material from the opening of Runway 2, and then bits of marketing material, notably about when the first Emirates A380 landed here about 10 years ago.
Wow. Still a crowd puller, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. We're really looking forward to welcoming the A380 back.
Yeah, and that's not long away, is it?
Yeah.
October, is it, or something?
There's certain rumours about it. But I haven't got a confirmed date.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, this is
This is great, isn't
yeah.
it? This is a great piece of engineering, which is old school, isn't it?
So this beacon was made in 1939.
Yeah.
And sat on top of one of the hangars at Manchester Airport for a long time, until 1996. And then the team from MA Airfield Systems rejuvenated it and brought it into the condition that you see.
Yeah, beautifully restored. And that, I believe, that's a Morse red light on the
At the top,
on the
yes,
top, isn't it?
yeah. Yes, I believe the main beacon had a range of about 24 miles.
Yes.
So quite a bright light. Yeah.
So anybody in the vicinity could just check where they are, so to speak. Yeah. Fantastic. Great. Wonderful. Great tour. Thank you, sir. And the shop.
Yeah.
Don't forget the shop. So I guess.
Joe, this is where I will leave you because I've not got my my face covering on.
Okay,
But I'll leave you in the capable hands of Alison, who will be able to talk you through exactly what's on sale in the shop.
Great stuff.
Real
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Absolute pleasure.
Take care.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. Cheers. Okay, let's go meet Alison. There she is. So, folks, as you can see, lots of stuff for the kids. When I was in here yesterday, it was lots of kids buying these little models, which is, it's just what you need. You need a good eclectic mix of models, and of course, this is all the kind of stuff that anybody can come in here and buy. There's our retro jets. Look at that 737. That 737. Remember that? 200, isn't it? Crazy. All right, mate. I'll have to do it afterwards, fella, just because I'm just live now. But I will. If you hang around outside, I'll grab one for you. So here we go. There's a DC-10 there, folks.
That's even more expensive.
That's what my old dad flew. That's the stretched variant. Dad flew the 54. Right up to the modern era. We've seen that a few times. Look forward to that being back in town. WestJet flying their Dreamliner into Gatwick, as it was. And of course a good range of plastic stuff as well. So different, lots of models for different price brackets, for different budgets. Hello, Alison.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How are we doing today? Going to sell lots of Virgin stuff, hopefully.
Definitely.
Good stuff. Some quality stuff. Look at those big ones there. Wow. How about that? Is that half price, that Thai 380 without the wing?
Yeah. It is. It is because somebody accidentally threw the box away.
No.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Oh, I thought you'd taken it off just because of the... You're joking?
Yeah,
Oh my
one of
good.
the-
Oh.
The guys, I came in, I think I'd had a week off when I came in. Because the boxes are so light, I think somebody'd actually bought a plane, put it in a different box. So there was some mixed up anyway. Thought it was
Oh
an empty
my
box.
goodness me.
Threw it away and we think there was a wing in it. But if somebody puts it on a shelf...
Oh yeah, yeah. Mount it on the wall.
there,
Mount it on the wall, and then just
it's fine.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. And all this stuff for the kids as well. Look. If you're a train buff or a bus buff, and there's your militaria as well, folks. So thanks, Alison. Take care. See you later. Okay, there we go, folks. And I'll soon be able to remove my mask. Where's that fella gone who wanted a sticker? I think I gave them all away actually while I was. Oh no.
Right, Jerry.
All right, mate. How's it going?
It's about like you.
Good, good. Your lad want a sticker?
Sticker?
There you go, mate.
Oh, good lad.
Bless him. Cool.
Jerry, thanks, mate.
Where's that fellow gone? Here he is, look. You all right, mate? Oh, is that for me? There you go, mate.
Magic.
God bless you, Governor. See you later. Cheers. So, okay. So as you can see, folks, nice big facility here. Concorde housed in there permanently, nice and dry, out away from the elements, and a fantastic facility inside there. Yes, sir. Yeah, okay, 100%.
Good.
Gonna get in position now. get it on. I'll probably say hello before the end of the show. Yeah. Thanks, mate. Cheers. So there's one thing we didn't touch on, ladies and gents, was the offer that the guys here do for the ardent plane spotter. £100 a year, I think it is, which amounts to I think there's 20 visits. That's £2 a visit. Is that right? I think that's right, isn't it? £20. 20 visits at £2. Yeah. Is that right? No, hold on a minute. 20 visits, 2. No, it's 40, isn't it? That's 40 quid. No, okay. So, for 20. Well, is me maths as good as me geography? No, it ain't. Okay. So 5. 50 visits? Yes, 50 visits. £2 a visit. There we are, something like that. I think it might be 50. I don't know. You'll have to quote. Don't quote me on that. But I'll find out. Okay. Oh, brilliant. So Stuart, our pilot today, alongside Carl Wart, if you're watching, gents, looking forward to getting a decent wave from you. I did say to Stuart yesterday, crank the window and give us a thumbs up. He said, well, that'd be a little bit difficult because they don't open. So, right, let me go and put this up on the top of the van. On top of the van. And then get ourselves set up. The old days of analog, eh? The old days of analog. Wow. That's what I remember with me old man. What up, lad? Right, okay, here we go. Camera being hitched. Stand by. That's great. They have wedding venues in that Concorde. Isn't it? Oh my good God, yeah, we were, weren't we? Haha, yeah. That went for a ball of stuff, didn't it? Yeah. Okay. We're hitched up there. Actually. Now, there's a bit of movement around Ruby Tuesday, but as we know, it's not the aircraft that's going out today. She's parked up around the corner. And see if we can get some information from Stu regarding the fuel load, because it's got to be like, what is it, 40 tons or something, like 20 tons or something crazy like that. Right, here we go. Let's get that other mic on. Let's give you something to look at. So obviously what they're doing there is they're just keeping her systems running. Got a generator there, maybe putting the ground power unit into the onboard systems just to keep the aircraft interior, from drying out or going damp or whatever it might be. Let me just. There we go. Sorry about that. Right, there we go. That's it. You alright, mate? How you doing?
Goes all the time.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. That's cool, mate. That's cool.
Yeah. Hope you get a good shot.
Thanks, man. We will.
Yeah.
Make sure you give them a big wave, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
All right then, fella. Yeah, it's forever young and Ruby Tuesday. Oh yeah. Yeah, hold on a second. Good job, I ordered some more stickers, isn't it? What's that? Oh, did you? Right.
And then we heard about
Barbarella.
yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
We heard that then that and then we were like, we kept TV going to do that stuff. And then when last night when we were up to we were like, we're going to be at the runway today.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Okay. There you go. Badge as well. Have it. they're not made of metal. Got a badge. Little bag, mate. There you go.
The big kids will have fun.
Mind your hand on those, yeah? Mind your fingers. Help yourself, Jim. Like Jim, but not as we know it, eh?
Jerry, the fun looks great now.
It's good, isn't it?
It really does look good.
Oh, is it? Okay. Cool. We've got a lot of people. Those badges are going to be gone in seconds. Look. Help yourselves! Help yourselves!
I'd be a scouser, Bobby, you know, but
Just want to say a big shout out to Daz and Kaz who are over there as well.
Now, did you want to buy one?
Did you want to buy one? She's flogging them for us.
5 for each.
You want a sticker, mate? I don't know though. Actually, I don't know. Last one. That's it.
8 of my 8.
Oh, what's your name? Okay. Oh, there's a fellow in school. Okay. Oh, okay. Did I make it? Who's that fellow? Who's that now? That's
I'm not lifting on.
Oh no, I stayed local. I came up here for a meeting with Rob yesterday. So yeah. It was horrendous getting here though. Was it? Yeah.
The weather, you mean?
Yeah. Okay. What we got on approach? Is it landed? Is it down, Julie? Or okay. Right, folks. Let's get on with the show, shall we? Little bit of information on Barbarella. Let's run through that and have a chat about her. Oh, I got her. So still a bit of moisture on the runway, so we should be able to get a half decent shot here. Okay, let's just get rid of that. I'm just going to remount these. You got a good shot there? Okay. Oh, I've got Ruby Tuesday on my mind, haven't I? Okay, got an arrival here. I've got to set the mic up standby because I've got you've probably got quite a lot of wind on the mic. Yeah, let's just Okay, good. Oi, easy. Where are we at? There she is there. People like the little tour GP? Excellent. Oh, really? Get away from this guy. Hey! Wow, that's full runway, man. Look at this shot. Got to say a big thank you, folks, to the Runway Visitors Park here in Manchester for this unique location. Thank you so much to Rob and his team here. And I've got to say, personally, I think Rob's done an absolutely amazing job with the changes that he's made, and just put a happier slant on the whole thing. Look at this little kid left. Little kid left. Whee! Oh, mind that. Right, let's get away with it. Quite transfixed on the taxiway. Maybe he's a new pilot. Got to be careful, obviously. Warm air coming from those. I think, interestingly enough, they're IAE engines on that aircraft. What a shot. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I didn't see. Right, here we go. Hook ourselves up here, get ourselves some comments. Welcome everybody. Of course, so that's Ruby Tuesday with her nose to us, ladies and gents, and Forever Young behind her. Remember seeing her a number of times at Gatwick, Forever Young, as well as obviously here at Manchester. just set this mic up. Okay, just okay, there's one coming out now. Just gonna get this mic set up, people. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Check your mic. Good. Oh. Okay. Okay, we have an Etihad Dreamliner inbound, folks. Circling the airfield at the moment. Let me just grab that. Okay. Route. Right. Okay. We're all good there. That's all good. That's all good. Let me just go grab me bins. Oh, it's the captain, look.
This is Carl Watt's kid.
Oh, is it? Oh, hello, mate. You alright? Is that his dad's hat, is it?
It is. He's not wearing it today. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. Nice to meet you. How
You
you doing?
too. Oh, fish punch. You like that, James?
You all right, mate?
Jerry a fish punch.
Oh, yeah. You got your stewardess there,
Can I get a picture with you, the kids?
And right attendant, should I say?
Yeah, that's what I used to do. Can we get a quick picture of Jerry? Quick. Ready? Amazing. Wow, look at that. Daddy's going to be so impressed, isn't he?
It's crazy, man. I'm the one impressed, man. With your old
Oh,
man
really?
playing for crying out loud. Yeah.
Well, thanks for all your support. He loves looking at all your updates and bits and bobs.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah. I think
it's an honour to do it, you know. It's a shame.
It's a big shame. We won't get into politics, but
Have you got anything lined up?
yeah, you're going for it. You're not on. He's got an interview tomorrow. Cargo.
Yeah, you can help yourself. Yeah. Do you want a couple of stickers as well?
Oh, Nanny's watching Jerry live at the moment, I know that.
Oh, well then I've got to show the kids, haven't I?
Oh god, I'm out of it, but they can.
Nanny's watching the kids. Right, this is Carl Watt's son and daughter. There we go. Look. Oh, bless. Very proud of Daddy, man. He'll come right past us as well, man. There you go, guys. Okay. So let's have a little chat about the show host today, Barbarella, shall we? Jump on some comments, chat to you folks, get me camera in the right shot. Oh, nice, folks. Etihad Dreamliner. It's not their 10, is it? It's just a 9, is it? It's a 9, right. Fella from Saramonic. Hi, Jerry. Hope all is well. Great to see you on TV the other day. Right, okay, so interestingly enough, Barbarella spent a little bit of time with Aerosure, re-registered, out there in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands, which is interesting. Only spent a bit of time with them before going back to Virgin Atlantic. So we've got Etihad Dreamliner and then the Emirates 777, folks. As speaking with Rob, again, Rob, thank you so much. People starting to fill up here. Social distancing being observed, which is a great thing. It has to be said. Of course, there is the other plane spotting platform up there, which is more for the sort of like the traditionalist plane spotters who've been coming to Manchester for many years. So that's their kind of patch, if you see what I mean. But obviously anybody can go up there, of course. Drift, got a bit of drift on there. So yeah, when she was with Aerosure, she carried the engine, the red engine cowls, but other than that, she was fully repainted with a crazy livery. Looks like a sort of like a pig with horns. You know what I mean? What do you think? But yes, very interesting to see. Airfleets.net, folks, if you want to find out. Here comes our Dreamliner right now. Delivery date with Virgin Atlantic, 29th of May 2001. What were you doing in 2001? In 2009, so she was with Virgin for 8 years before going to Aerosure. I don't know if that was a deal with the lease company, whether Virgin were planning to were in a down period or what. I don't know. But then she went back to she was with Aerosure for 3 years before going back to Virgin Atlantic, possibly due to increased demand, I'd imagine, and Aerosure possibly not doing that well. I'd never heard of it, to be honest with you. But anyway, there we go. I'm sure that a lot of people are going, no, Aerosure with this and that and the other, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, here we go. This could go full length. Hopefully it will. A little bit of This is great to see, isn't it, folks? You know, I mean, I noticed this yesterday. Can you just double check the audio, GP? Everything coming through clearly, yeah? Okay, that sounds good. That's all right, is it? Yeah. Okay. Nobody sort of like, you know, can't hear him or anything like that. No. Good. Okay.
We've got different baskets. There's a big
So we've got Qatar's 350 in at Manchester as well. What we do want to obviously see is a return of Virgin Atlantic passenger service. Wow, look at that. Wow, look at the wings flexing, ladies and gents. So this is a livery we've not seen before with Etihad. She's going to go full length as well. Or is she coming off here? I think she's coming off here. Is she going to make that exit? Yeah, looks like she is. Oh, sorry about that. Yes. You're joking, mate. Oh, that's insane, folks. We've just got an email from the first officer of the 2E757 that we caught at the front end of the show. His friend sent him the video, and he's just emailed us to say thank you so much. He's never seen himself flying before. How about that? Congratulations, sir, and thank you for that wonderful communication. It's almost like the one the other day with the flashing the light in the window. It was just incredible, man. Okay, let me just check something then. So I think I've got to leave a bit far. Sorry, folks. Just lock that out.
It's alright, don't worry.
just is naturally dark, I'm guessing. Yeah, it is. But it's the picture's good though. You're all right. It's good. Say no, not with that old dodgy old £2,000 camera. Update on that, folks. We are progressing with that. Hey, look at this. It's just a little. Not an ATR, is it? It is an ATR, isn't it? Cool. We'll take anything. No, it's not. No, it's that little the little twin jet. BAE. Someone's going to say. I'll go on the comments in a second. And someone will say, yeah. BA used to operate one of these out of here as well. It's not a Sukhoi, is it? It's not a Sukhoi jet. No, it can't be. Not Sukhoi, is it? It's BAE. It looks a bit like. No, Sukhoi jet's like is a Dornier. There we are. It's a Dornier. Yeah. No, the Sukhoi is also the wings are a little bit like an old 737. The Sukhoi. Sorry, I got a little bit excited there. Like you do. I've got her inbound now. Yeah. Yeah, got him. So good to see the traffic picking up at Manchester. Good for the industry, good for the people who come to watch as well. You know, it's great. Jet 2 737 outbound now. Triple. There we go. Yeah, lovely Dornier just taxiing up down there to gate.
The next aircraft to land is that next aircraft will be landing today. The Emirates Airlines Boeing 777-300 arriving from Dubai. Departed Dubai again about 7 hours ago. Operated by Emirates Airlines on their daily service. This used to, of course, be operated by the Airbus A380.
Not too badly.
Operated daily by the Airbus. It's coming over the threshold now.
Look at those wings flexing. Boom, she's down. Wow. On those brakes, son. was so cool, man. That was cool. So, how are we all doing, ladies and gents? Hope you're all well. Oh, come on now. So, lots of people. Paul Rosser. Correction, Dornier, 3:28. Yes, thank you, Paul. Thanks to everybody who will have corrected me. 777 on finals, Dave Jones, thank you. Keith Cornell, Phil Robinson. It was heavy. It was heavy. Stevie Luscombe, Daniel Morgan, Steve Billings. Mick Ashton, good morning to you. Mad Mick Stalebridge, Mark Costigan, Speedy Robin. Again, big shout out to Daz and Kaz out there. Daz with his missus out there on the You all right, mate? Yeah, help yourself, fella. Help yourself, man.
Speak to you in a bit, Jerry.
See you in a bit. Yeah. Take care. Thank you. Uncontrollable. Joe Perkins, Jeffrey Phillips, Phil Robinson, Ash L, Ghostwave 525, Bill Kerman, Karen Corcoran, TCC, WWNB, Sam Beck, Phil Robinson, Mark Sanderson. Yeah, go on, mate, help yourself. So departure is estimated approximately midday post is basically the expected departure time. So we're hoping someday soon to see the 380 parking up at that gate. Phil looks. Tia Golding, Joran Block, Ryan Russell. Loving the spray, folks. Loving the spray. Craig Lockett, Jet Ski Matty, Lisa Pedersen, Rowe. I'm sure that Ginny's answered you that one, I'd imagine, about the names. Yeah, Anthony Cliff, Stevie Luskin, Colin Bowman, Pegasus Air 77, 82 who are lining on vinyl.
Just to let you know, throughout the course of the
Is it?
day today, we'll be having a few quizzes whereby we'll ask you questions.
G'day everyone, hope you're well.
What we say is that mums and dads
now, I'll just go and have a look and see if that, he did say, Stuart Eves, yes I did order more stickers. Hey all, yeah of course you can.
Like aimed at the children.
Go on then.
Alright,
You got it?
nearly.
You haven't chopped his head off, have you?
I might have even if you did it.
You've got to come down anyway. You can have a picture.
The name.
How you doing, mate? You alright?
Operated by Virgin Atlantic and is about to depart today. Okay, well then I think we've got a winner. Okay, well it's good. Announcement sorted Barbarella. And there will be lots more quizzes there.
Oh, okay. Oh, you spoke to me, yeah?
Yeah, so we also have the treasure hunt. And once again, to join the treasure hunt, you have to go.
Oh, we did send out an email, but it didn't go through because of only just all I can say is
Can you have a picture with me? Big hand, Abby. Got a social distance, Michael. Yes. Brilliant, thank you. Oh, yes, please. His dad's absolutely gutted he couldn't come with us.
Oh, really?
They are.
Oh, that's a shame, man.
So we keep sending him pictures.
Oh, really?
And there will obviously be from there, actually from Virgin Atlantic.
He's over there, isn't it?
Welcome.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Thank you. See ya.
Should I go and tell him? It should be any day now. It's imminent, is it? Oh, is it? Okay. Right, well, let me go and tell him quick. Stand by, folks. Hold your horses. Right, let me go and see if this chariot is here. You didn't get my badges? You're all right, mate. No, you're okay. But just be careful with because they're sharp, eh? Yeah, we all love badges. Just be careful because they're sharp.
We're having our dinner here.
You what, mate? Oh, you're having your dinner here, are you? Lucky you, mate. Wow. You're so lucky.
What's that?
Okay, so until they fire up the here you go, you need security on the Vandal. Couple of big old lumps standing here. Sorry, mate. Could I see your ticket, please? Excuse me, where do you think you're going, son? Yeah.
So it's great to see so many of you here today.
David Artingstall. Good day, David. David Artingstall's in the house. Look, David, there's your. There's the other one, the other half, your other half.
So of course, if you're on a bicycle or you're on foot, it's free to enter the Runway Visitor Park. There's a £5 parking all day tomorrow.
I think that set of speakers, because Rob did tell me that he pulled the plug on that set of speakers. And to be honest with you, that set of speakers there, if that was on, it would be blaring out there. So it's good they've got a little PR system up here. Look, they've got people up there in the tower giving people a rundown, commentary on what's going on. So is this little 737? Wow, look at those Maxes still parked up down there. Oh, is it? Okay, folks. Do what, sir? Do what, sir? No. How would he know that, man? Is that in the natch? Is that in the rat? Is in that the Rat Daily? Is it? And now a report from our Manchester correspondent, Ratty Tui. He's at the Max tyres right now. Can you hear me, Ratty? Yes. I'm having some lovely. This is lovely. This is all rubber tyre. Me eating all them rubbers. Lovely. Yes. And how does it taste there, Ratatouille? Well, it's quite rubbery, really, but you know, other than that, it's good to chew through. Bit of fun, you know. Keep your teeth nice and. Is that a bit of vortex, or is that just a hop to the music? Where did you get that info from, Jilly? They changed the tyres anyway, mate. They changed the tyres. Those tyres are literally. Boom. Pioneer, then Pegasus. Somebody mentioning Pegasus just now.
Just landing now, runway 23 right.
Okay, make sure you look them up, folks. Runway Visitors Park, Manchester Airport. Google it. Check it out on Google Earth. You'll see the sort of like the size of the park here. It's very extensive and very impressive. And I think it's great because it is controlled by Manchester Airport Group as well, by Manchester here. So, you know, hats off to Manchester Airport for doing all that they do to finance the operation, as well as, you know, or part finance it, should I say. Let's say, flown with Ryanair 3 or 4 times, every single time, never had an issue with them. The only one issue I ever had, and it wasn't their fault, but when we landed back at Stansted, he almost, the gate was almost in another bleeding postcode. Do you know what I mean? It's like flipping, heck, mate, how far are we going to taxi here? You know? And then of course we had to jump on the coach, blah, blah, blah. Oh really? We've been told by British Airways captain it's a well-known fact that rats love rubber tyres. There you go. So Pegasus 737. This is obviously the we call it flying pigs sometimes. Just fly PGS, doesn't it? It says fly PGS.
And that's the fuselage. At the back of the park, you parked it on your way in. And so a little bit about this aircraft. It's Monica Airline.
Look at the shudder on those elevators, man. Wow, he's going long range as well. Excellent. Might get a good wave from this fella. But I just think, again, I cannot emphasise enough how glad I am about the fact that I'm here. I heard yesterday also that apparently the southern runway is actually operational. It's actually open at the moment. So I don't know. Obviously, it wasn't this morning, but that looks like an old aircraft. That does. Look how worn out the livery looks on the back. That looks like an old jet. Anyone got any information on just how old that aircraft is? Wow. Real common, old school livery. We have nice smell, nice kerosene smell. We have definitely proven the fact that air travel is safe. There's no doubt about it. It's all down to the borders opening now. That's what it's basically down to. It's down to borders. We just need the international borders to start opening up. And of course, that's something that, by the way things are at the moment, it's just not going to happen for quite some time, especially the US. What? Is she on radar? Okay, we have her on radar, folks. Must be a relief for any airport to have things back in action, even, albeit on a small scale.
The deal was struck by the person next to Harrison.
Harrison Fenton, 747 on radar. Thank you, Harrison. Marco Del Guidis. Hey, James Alder. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are in the world. Jed Kenya, the PGS looked like its right engine was static. Ah, that was interesting. Well, he may well have shut that engine down and taxied in on a single engine just to save fuel. I mean, when you consider the mileage that these things do from when they land through to gate, you know, when you calculate that up over a year, you know, in terms of, you know, how much fuel they use. And now I'm thinking that because of the fact that they're obviously a lot more busy here at Manchester now, it may be a little bit more. They may be a little bit more limited in what they're able to do with this 747. One thing for sure, I'm not sure about, is whether they'll be able to taxi her out down the runway. I think they'll find a slot for her where they'll possibly bring her out, and because I doubt they would taxi straight out onto the operational runway. I find it very hard to believe. What have we got? A steady stream of stuff coming in, GP? Emirates 777 on finals? Is that old? That comment, even though it's very recent.
Initially ordered the aircraft by Alexander.
Big shout out to Terry down at the Boozer as well. There's a second Emirates triple on finals. Thank you for that, John. So that being the case, they've got 2 777s, why don't they just bring the 380 in? Do you know what I mean? It does kind of... Another 2 weeks, is it? Oh, we've got to come here for that, haven't we? We've got to, that'll be a massive day, I would imagine. I mean, you know, the Jumbo's a big crowd puller, and of course, being as it's Virgin as well, and it's a farewell, yes, but the Emirates 380 will be a massive crowd puller. As big as the 747, I would have thought. I have been on taxiing 320s before where I've heard one of the engines shut down, so it's definitely a, I mean, they do taxi out on one engine, they'll fire up the second engine, sort of like around about where that, if they were at, if that Ryanair was going out, for example, around about where he is now would be where he'd fire up his second engine if he was one of the aircraft was taxiing out from deeper in the terminal area, yeah. I'd imagine that's probably one of the reasons. That's the reason why that engine was static. Kirsty L, what height do we reckon it'll go to the 747 today? We're only going to London, hope to catch it between the clouds today. Kirsty, I'll be honest with you, she'll be up. I reckon she'll be in the air by that point there. I think by there, and she'll go up like a skyrocket. I would have thought. In terms of her altitude that she'll fly at, well, what's that positioning time? 20 minutes? 20 minutes, half an hour? Ah, it's a radar glitch. Okay, haha, right, okay. There is not a second Emirates 777, folks. Speedy Robin, no. Kelvin Grant, I will be able to get this spot for the 380, most definitely. Don't you worry about it. 747 has some vehicles around it on Flight Radar 24, Dave Jones saying. That's maybe, because I think that's Ruby Tuesday that we're looking at, nose on there. There are some vehicles around the other 747. But I think that Jenny is just running to keep the systems running on board, perhaps. Sure. Russell, does anyone know how old the Pegasus jet is? We get it. We get it. Okay. Well, all I can suggest is go to your radar, get the reg, put it into airfleets.net. Airfleets.net. Stephen Billings, 737 next in Ryanair 737 on roll. So bear in mind that the Jumbo will only go intersect as well. He's not going to go full length, I wouldn't have thought. So if you know anybody who you think might want to watch this Jumbo going out, folks, it's, this particular aircraft, by the way, as a lot of people are aware, she's headed down to Heathrow for engine maintenance. Now, I don't think it's anything substantial or extensive, because she's actually headed back to the US. So get this beautiful jetliner will get one more chance to stretch her wings across the Atlantic on her way back to the lease company. So it may be that that they're just going through the standard procedures in order to check that the aircraft is set up and ready to fly long distance, as opposed to just out of Spain for a scrap. You know, this is obviously a long haul flight that she's being prepared for. And of course, don't worry, the plan will be to catch her going out of London Heathrow. Little EasyJet 320 with the CEO by the looks of it. Oh, actually. Yeah. Oh, Peter Room, thank you. Loved the tour of Concorde today, Peter. An absolute pleasure, sir. Glad you enjoyed it. Didn't spend very long on it, Peter. If you want to go and have a look around that the one at Brooklands that we did, maybe we'll do another tour when they've got a little bit more time on their hands here at the RVP. We'll do another tour when they lower the nose as well. But wonderful that you enjoyed that, Peter. Thank you so much. Wow, the sun is hot. What's that? What is it? So, Barbarella will be, is she taxiing it? Is she moving it? She's on push, isn't she? I think. Oh, well, I kind of have. It depends on where is it? Is it above me or?
Cafe, and it's the Utah Health Outlet, so it's 50% off the season, so it's a great bargain there.
Hodgie's doing some, I can hear him over the top of me, man. No, not Hodgie, no. But Hodgie's doing some inner ruck transportation, isn't he? He's in York. What do you call Saab? Fly 4W, Fly W4, Fly Wavy. Getting confused. Well, Fly Wavy, just bear in mind that a number of these aircraft have obviously already gone down to be scrapped. Yes. However, one particular aircraft that's still remaining of these three is owned by Virgin Atlantic, so we're not absolutely sure exactly what's happening with that. This particular one that's going out is actually owned by a lease company. So this is going back to the lease company. So that should clear that up for you. Could I get a shout out for Sam Milet and Josh Price? Sam Milet, hope you're well, my friend. Bobby Fitzsimmons, A380 is beautiful, an aircraft that it is. It's too expensive to fly. Well, it is now, put it that way. but it was on its, you know, I won't say, you know, on its back feet, but you know, well, they'll continue to operate the 380. You know, the Etihads, the Qatars, the Emirates, and BA. It's just a question of, you know, in what capacity they'll be operating them. Obviously, in a much reduced volume than we were used to. Seeing off this blue, love the Concorde tour as well. Dave Carrington, TJ Rose, 1744, 747 on radar. Thank you very much indeed. Let's give a shout out to a few people on Facebook. Jane Alder, good day to you. Ali Leyland. Oh dear, okay. Dom Michael, should have been coming to Manchester Airport today, but fractured 2 bones in my foot. Oh dear, that is not good. Hope you get well soon, mate. Not a pleasant place to fracture a bone, it has to be said, in a part of your body that you rely on. So use those, but try and exercise it as much as you can, man. I mean, once you're obviously through that initial stage of, you know, getting it booted up and plastered and pinned if you have to, whatever. Depends on how big the bones are that you've broken, but try and exercise and don't overdo it is the thing, because otherwise it can affect you later on. Chris Wilde, is only 7 years old. Is Barbarella only 7? No, she's not. She was originally delivered in 2001. Yeah, she's 19 years old, so she's an old girl. Not really, in the grand scheme of things, but still got a bit of life left in her, which is why the lease company want her back, because who knows, she could be put into conversion into a cargo freighter, even if it's on a temporary lease with an airline or a carrier or a charter company. Here she comes now.
Barbarella, big wave
departure before she comes back. So then, I seem to hear them saying that she's going to taxi back in on Alpha Golf, so she'll taxi down the active for a very short space of time and then re-enter at Alpha Golf. One aircraft on the finals. Grass being blown down here by the engines. We burnt half a ton of fuel just getting out there. It's crazy, isn't it? So it looks like a little BizJet just about to exit the or vacate the runway now. There's nothing else on finals or anything, but no. That's a tight call. That is 3,000 feet. He's still got to make a turn, and then so we might get that. Oh, here she goes now. She's turning now. Here we go. Quite a rapid taxi now up to Gulf. Such a good job Virgin are doing that, to do this. So we get away from. We got away from Carl, first officer, on the way up there. Now we'll get away from the flying captain today, Stu Rawlinson. Barbarella gets to wave goodbye to her sister ships for the final time. Ruby Tuesday, Forever Young. Plastic, fantastic, heads towards us. We'll just get a little shot of the goal. We'll get a little shot of the plastic, fantastic. Whilst Barbarella taxis off down. Yeah, look at this. It's, not in any way in competition with Virgin, so. Get ready for it. We've got a cloud right here, so it's going to go out intersect. Lots of box vehicles taking the opportunity to watch themselves. Wouldn't you if you were an ops driver? Take this opportunity. Oh, sorry about that. Looks like he's going a little bit longer. I think he might be going full length, you know. I think he might be going full length. Or near as damning. That little section at the end of the runway is there. At the end of the taxiway is actually cordoned off for the maxes. Very possibly going to use the ramp to go out here, folks. As the sun comes out for Barbarella, look at this. Turn it, burn it.
crew. Got it 1 3/4 Right, okay, so I'm going to have another version quiz now. And the question is, we mentioned before that there would be 3 Airbus A330s departing on a day coming up very, very soon. When is the day the 330 Atlantic Airbus A330s began to depart? You know when that is? Look at the commentary box now.
Yeah, thanks Stu, thanks Carl. Wow! How many waves? He's laid the gauntlet down there, hasn't he? Hey? Blair.
Okay, we have a winner already. And
Put it this way,
congratulations
I can quite easily hang a couple of shirts off them right now. There we go, wow. Ranjit Singh, Les Tankard, Colin Clark, Mark Wallace, Jeff Phillips, Stuart Taylor. Stunning, and thank you so much as always for bringing these moments to us. Stuart, yes, thank also, don't thank me so much, thank the Runway Visitors Park here for these stunning views today. Rob and Paul and all the crew, the gentlemen we met this morning, and of course a massive thank you of course to Virgin Atlantic, who are just continuing to do their very best that they can to keep the dream alive, you know, so to speak. Hey up! You alright, mate? John Strong, who else waved to their screen? Come on, be honest, that's hilarious. Keith Cornell, Kelvin Grant, Cyberflyer, Mike, Michelle Taylor, Aztec, Dave Jones, Joe Thompson, TCC, Chris Cowling, beautiful, got the thumbs up, thank you. Benji Mansell Jenkins had a cold shiver on takeoff. That's basically, I've still got it, mate. I've still got it when I think about it. I mean, mate, Stu, when you watch that back later, oh my word. And it was quite nice to have that sort of like, you know, somebody mentioning on the comments just now, you know, the old versus the brand spanking new plastic aircraft versus an all aluminum aircraft. Aluminium. Carrie McLean indeed. And all you folks down there in London, at London Heathrow, stand by because she'll be coming in on 27 right, won't she? She'll be arriving on 27 right. So you know, although BA put one of their 747, well, did it go, that BA 747 in the end? It did go out. Unfortunately, they timed it a little bit wrong. They should have done it in the afternoon on 27 right when the operations were on the right-hand runway, because no one would have got to see that apart from, you know, the odd few. Note if you're standing at Myrtle Avenue, you would have just heard it, maybe just about seen it. If you're standing on that mound section, they should have maybe waited until this afternoon when they could have got a lot more people. But to be honest with you, do they care? But there'll be a lot of people, I'm sure, down there right now at London Heathrow waiting to welcome Barbarella into London Heathrow. So thank you for that. Warp speed on van, yeah. Stick it into mega turbo. Andy Kitson, thank you, Andy. Mark Cutter, Lisa, Joe Vlogger, Martin Hunter, Steve Bale. She is indeed flying like a bird in the sky. Philip Lee, Shannon Bale, Jeffrey Phillips. Thanks to everybody for joining me and keeping me company on this momentous day, another momentous day. Don't forget, folks, we've got 2 more to go, and then there were 2. But we will have even though we've got 2 departures left of the fleet, we still have one more additional departure that we're going to catch down at London Heathrow, just so long as they don't do it at stupid o'clock at night or something like that. Tony Austin, take care, all the best, hope it goes well. Anthony Lanson, love a good wingway boat. No, you don't like seeing them leave forever, indeed. Nigel Nixon, Mark Wallace, Jerry Turton, Fly, Wavy, brilliant. Ian Wellen, John Strong, great work. Jerry and Gilly, yes indeed. JF Bryson, Dan, Dave 76, Roach from 1000, Steve, Neil Schwart, Dave Jones, never flown on her, never will, indeed. What a great shame. Nick McNair saying, thank God I didn't do my makeup. Michelle, Michael Clark, thank you very much indeed. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. We've got a beluga, have we, somewhere above us, around us. I'm here. Interesting news I heard actually this morning that it was actually Broughton, it was Airbus, who basically, whilst the whole COVID-19 was in its sort of like in its major stages, they stepped aside and worked with Ford on creating ventilators. Ford and McLaren and Airbus stepping up, and those ventilators, it was actually developed down at the plant at Broughton, which is fantastic. You alright, fella?
Hi, mate.
Do you want a sticker, mate?
Go on then.
He's 14, he's not cool, this is the thing. Thank you.
I'm 16, it's still welcome.
Cheers. I've got it. You got it. Oh, it was good, wasn't it? Nuts.
Where are you off to next now?
He had to do it, didn't he?
Where are you going to next?
You can see if you get there before the 7th floor.
Yeah. Right, okay. Is it? Friday could be good. Friday could be stormy. Stormy weather. Shannon Bale. Now Shannon, I hope you haven't just joined and didn't see the action. Clive, oh, upgraded to first class. Oh, Shannon, thank you very much indeed. Clive Rayner, Beluga is over St Helens. Over St Helens, blimey. Okay, David Edwards seeing off his blue. Steve Whitehead, Jamie Thomas. I think that might be the case. We might do a show on Friday actually, because obviously I'm golfing this weekend. But we'll just have to see how things pan out. But yeah, there we go, folks. How about that? Hope you enjoyed it. I did. Great to see everybody here. Great to see all the great faces here as well. Thank you again, I have to say. Thank you again to Rob and Paul and everybody here at the RVP. Make sure you look them up and give them a call, or best thing to do is go online and just check out the website. It's quite extensive. Got a little departures board on there as well. Rob's done a great deal of work on making it better than it was. Not that it was that bad, to be honest with you. It's just sort of like made some improvements and you know, made the facilities better and kept things moving here at the RVP. So folks, thanks very much. I'm going to make my way back down south, and we'll keep you updated on the Virgin 747 that's down there when she's going to go out. We will get word on that, and of course I believe it. In fact, I don't know who's going to be flying that out. It'll probably be the lease company will probably recruit some flight crew. I doubt very much it will be Stuart and Carl flying that one out, although I don't know. You never know. But anyway, keep your app close to hand, folks, because obviously we'll let you know as and when we're going to be on next. Of course, tomorrow is Wednesday, so we theoretically should be having a midweek show, and you know, we'll probably get out there, I'd imagine, at some time tomorrow, and see what happens Saturday, because golf starts Sunday, but there is word that we're going to be moving down there on Saturday. So if I do that, then I'll do something on Friday for you guys, just so you get a bit of a fix before I come back next week. Other than that, we will see you on the next show. Finish on exactly the same shot. Is it Friday afternoon? It's looking pretty hot, is it? Oh, really? What direction? Yeah. What direction?
Yeah, so sweet for going ahead.
Is it?
So they've obviously been called
out. Folks, it looks like it could be a storm show on Friday. Stay tuned. We'll see you on the next instalment of Aviation TV. Thanks for tuning in. See you later. Look after yourselves. Be good to the animals. Okay, GP, go for cut.